Have you seen it out there lately? Forget lions, tigers, and bears, your local woods might have haunted mansions, camo-clad crusaders, or whatever this gross thing is. Grab something to hide behind and maybe run upstairs for a new pair of undies. This one's gonna leave you quaking in your boots as we check out some of the creepiest things ever found in the woods. Ghost Cabin. Mama always said, if you see a strange house in the woods, don't go up to it. Yeah, not a problem for me, I never leave my room. Forest Ranger Mark Andre should have heeded my mother's words of advice, though. He was marking trees in a remote section of Arcata Community Forest when he stumbled across a strange makeshift cabin. Now, when I say remote, we're talking deep in the sticks here. The trees were so thick, Mark could barely spot the structure from 12 feet away. But when I say makeshift, I'm probably doing this shack a disservice. The rural retreat was about 15 feet high and built on a solid concrete block foundation. There was a small porch, an awning, and windows. The plywood walls were covered in black plastic sheeting and camouflaged with leaves. Whoever built this clearly knew what they were doing. But strangest of all, there were no tracks, trails, or traces where these materials had been brought in, and no environmental damage at all, as if one day the house had just appeared. So Mark did the logical thing. Walk away, right? Right? Nuh-uh. He went straight inside. And inside is where things got really weird. It was a tidy and organized space. The walls were lined with shelves of dried goods, and there were books, a typewriter, fabric, and all other kinds of long-term supplies. Clearly, the place was in use. A chill ran down Mark's spine, and he supposedly felt like he was being watched. But there was nobody there, was there? Eyes darting left to right, Mark realized there were several IDs scattered throughout the home, none of which belonged to the same person. Was some kind of master criminal with multiple identities using this place to hide out in? Or were several people all using it? If so, why would they have left their identification behind? It didn't make any sense. One thing was for sure, whoever they were strong and sly enough to carry heavy pieces of equipment without leaving a trace. However, the questions would have to wait. The sun was going down and Mark had no intention of hanging around this place in the dark. Sadly, camping on public property is illegal, so he attached an eviction notice to the door and returned to the trail. The rest of the investigation would have to wait until another day. Except, that day never came.
Crea un personaje en la temporada Plus Plus de Black Desert. Consigue equipamiento endgame más rápido para tus aventuras. Progresa a toda pastilla con el bonificador a la experiencia del 1000%. Explora la nueva región y enfréntate a los jefes en grupo. Supera las pruebas que te esperan y hazte con tu propia arma soberana. ¿A qué esperas? Aprovecha para llegar al endgame. ¡Juégalo ya!
When Mark returned the following morning, the cabin was gone. Vanished. Huh? Alright, so my first thought was paranormal trickery, but it's more likely that whoever was staying there had noticed Mark poking around their home, seen the eviction notice stapled to the door, and cleared out immediately. Had they been watching Mark the whole time? Ooh. Even that explanation seems crazy though. Astoundingly, whoever they were, they'd left nearly no trace. The only proof that the structure had ever been there was the International Squatters symbol for people who unlawfully occupy uninhabited spaces burned into the ground. Whoever was behind the building understandably never came forward, so the mystery remains. But they must have some serious dedication and superhuman strength. Who knows, perhaps they're still out there. Maybe they're not people at all. Roots of all evil. Sometimes if I'm out on a walk, I'll hear a strange noise. It's probably nothing, just the wind through the trees, right? Guys, well, one dog walker in Scotland got the fright of his life when the wind blew through these trees. Does somebody want to tell me why there's literal frickin' earth moving? Is this the end of times, Armageddon? Well, you might have actually seen something similar. You know how after a heavy storm, there's often giant trees that have toppled over and become completely uprooted? Well, I'd guess that's in the process of happening here. As the wind blows, the canopy of leaves acts as a giant sail, or kite, which creates an upwards force on the tree, tugging its roots up. But these trees most likely have a shallow root system which traps this top layer of soil and causes it to lift with it. However, because the section of ground lifting up is so big, possibly due to a matted network of roots from other nearby trees, it's holding on for dear life, rather than just toppling over. Anyway, that's my best guess. My other guess is that the dirt is possessed by a vindictive spirit that wants to eat this poor man's dog. Yeah, let's stick with option A. It helps me sleep at night. Hairy Harvest. A little birdie told me you're not hiding behind your cushion yet. Think you're tough, do you? Okay, well, I'll have to pull out the big guns. What do you think about this? Ha, well, that's a fuzzy little tree. There's nothing scary about— Oh my God, kill it with fire! That is disgusting. I thought it was a cute fuzzy little tree, but it's actually covered in daddy longlegs. Ooh, harvest men like this are relative of the spider, and they cluster together in groups to protect themselves from predators. See, they produce a distinctive, stinky smell, which apparently becomes almost unbearable when lots of them group together. But I'll be damned if I ever get close enough to find out. Scary Scream. I'm a fact.
Is not even on Earth, it's on the moon. And the moon itself. There's a growing body of evidence to suggest that the moon is an artificial body that was engineered. One of the first things that scientists noticed—
That's where I was going to swipe away, okay? But then he said something here which I was like, okay.
Just like most of the rifts and sinkholes showing up all over the world. But this isn't the only video portraying strange—
You're about to see some seriously scary videos that no one can quite explain. Let's take a look. TikTok user ToTheFloor269 has been sharing some unnerving experiences from their home, claiming that a ghostly presence might be haunting the property. Late at night, strange occurrences have left the uploader and viewers questioning whether there's something more sinister at play. In one video, the OP begins recording after feeling an eerie presence in their living room.
Show yourself. Show yourself to me. I want to see who you are. No, I want to see who you are. Leave me alone.
A pole in the room inexplicably moves all on its own.
Show me your face or leave my house. I demand it. No, go.
In another clip, captured on a different night, the activity escalates. While in the kitchen, the OP spots something strange outside of the window.
Something was looking at me through the window, and I heard that lady crying again. Coming out of the kitchen. I'm freaking out.
Although the video itself doesn't capture the sound, the uploader claims to have heard a woman's screams just moments before. As they continue filming, the situation takes a chilling turn. Watch.
No.
A knife suddenly flies across the kitchen, passing dangerously close to the uploader.
No.
These eerie events have sparked a lot of speculation among viewers. Is it truly a haunting, or is there another explanation? With more unsettling clips emerging, it seems like this haunting mystery is only deepening.
No.
I was scared, but I was not scared. Why? Because
A chilling story has emerged on TikTok where user Quiria Lachey, a nighttime office cleaner, shared a terrifying encounter while working all alone. The video, which has since gone viral, captures the unnerving moment when the OP realizes she mightn't be alone after all. In the original clip, the OP reveals that her boss called her to inform her that she's the last person in the building and could begin vacuuming. With no other cars in the parking lot and the building locked tight, requiring keycard access, she felt secure. Until something strange began to happen. Watch.
what the is that? Hello?
While working, she notices a mysterious figure sitting in a booth.
What the is that? They just sitting there.
The person isn't using a phone or moving, and oddly enough, they don't show up on any of the building's security cameras. The OP reports the incident to a colleague who checked the cameras and confirmed there was no sign of anyone else in the building. Terrified and unsure of what to do, she hides in a supply cupboard, waiting for her colleague's return, planning her escape.
I'm about to look at the cameras, and I was like, there's no cameras in that hallway. What the fuck?
Plucking up courage, the hallway, and sees there's no one sitting in the booth anymore.
Nope.
In a follow-up clip, Quiria Lachey offers more details about her unsettling experience.
I was scared, but I was not scared. Why? Because if it was a ghost, I'm used to them. I've been seeing them all my life. I've been talking to them all my life since I was a little girl. So I'm pretty much used to that.
She admits that, while the sight of the figure didn't initially frighten her, given her previous encounters with the paranormal, she was confused and unsure whether it was a real person or something supernatural. She recalls hearing a shuffling noise outside the door, but when she mustered the courage to open it, she found another door nearby had swung open.
I thought I was hearing shuffling. So as I'm slowly grabbing my stuff, I'm hearing this stuff. I'm like, bro, what the hell? When I opened that door and I seen that other door was open, excuse me? Oh no ma'am. Oh no sir.
In her final update, Quiria Lachey gives her followers a tour of the room where she spotted the unknown figure.
That's the room. So someone or something had pushed that chair up to this door. And as you can see, this is sheer. And they had a white shirt on, or a white suit, I don't know. And they were just sitting in the dark, staring straight forward.
She describes the figure as possibly a woman dressed in a white shirt or suit, sitting silently in the dark. Disturbingly, the chair where the figure sat was pushed up against the door, and despite all the security measures in place, including keycard access and cameras, no one was seen entering or leaving the area. The incident intrigued and debate, with viewers wondering if Quiria Lachey encountered a ghost or an intruder. With the mysterious figure unseen on security footage and the unexplained noises, the situation has left more questions than answers. Is the building haunted, or is it something else entirely?
What the fuck is that? They just sitting there.
In 2011, YouTube user Francisco Javier Correa uploaded a fascinating piece of footage from Chile recorded in February 2002 that sparked widespread debate about the existence of USOs, or unidentified submersible objects. The video, captured by the uploader's godfather on a VHS camera during a family outing to the beach, shows a massive object rising out of the sea before mysteriously sinking back down beneath the water. As the family enjoys a day at the beach, the camera suddenly captures what looks like a metallic mass emerging from the sea in the Strait of Magellan. The object is described by the narrator as something far too large and unusual to a submarine. The narrator's voice is filled with awe as he points out the strange colours and odd behaviour of the object. The footage has attracted attention not only for its content, but also for the testimony it's inspired. One commenter claimed to have witnessed the same event on the same day, providing further details of the massive object's appearance and the awe-inspiring sight of it emerging from the water. According to this witness, the object was clearly defined and unlikely to be a man-made platform due to the depth of the water and the strong currents in the area. USOs have long fascinated both researchers and conspiracy theorists alike. Unlike UFOs, which are known for appearing in the sky, USOs are believed to emerge from and submerge into bodies of water, often vanishing without a trace. While UFO sightings date back to ancient times, reports of USOs began gaining traction in the 20th century, often linked to mysterious naval or maritime encounters. The waters off the coast of South America, particularly in Chile, have been hotbeds for strange sightings. Historically, USOs have been reported in a variety of places, from the oceans to large lakes. The famous Shag Harbour incident of 1967, where a strange craft reportedly crashed into the waters off the coast of Nova Scotia, is considered one of the best documented cases. Witnesses, including local fishermen and the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, claim to see lights moving underwater before vanishing entirely. Another famous case is the 1963 US Navy sonar tracking of an unidentified object moving at incredible speeds underwater, far beyond the capabilities of any known technology. Some researchers speculate that these USOs are linked to underwater alien bases or advanced extraterrestrial technology. Others suggest they could be experimental military submarines or drones. In either case, the concept of USOs opens up intriguing possibilities about what might be hiding in the depths of the world's oceans, which remain largely unexplored.
When you're moving to Japan or moving in Japan, you want to think about when you move.
Anthony, the TikTok creator behind the popular page Anchan in Japan, typically shares content about life in Japan as an expat. His channel, known for covering topics like food, daily life, and especially the ins and outs of Japanese real estate, often features insightful tours of rental properties.
Today we're looking at an apartment that's literally outside Canal City.
However, one recent video has taken a much eerier turn, captivating viewers with a chilling and unexpected twist. While conducting a routine house tour in Fukuoka, Anthony's camera captures something eerie.
Now, today we have a classic Japanese home, starting with a very nice tatami room. This house will run you a monthly rent of 12万円. This 4-bedroom home is in a wonderful location.
Watching that again, as he pans past the living room, a shadowy figure appears in the frame, standing behind a room divider. However, when he looks behind the wall, there's clearly no one there.
This 4-bedroom home is in a wonderful location. 3-minute walk away from a supermarket.
The clip has since gone viral, racking up over 4 million views and sparking countless theories in the comments section. Some viewers have taken the eerie encounter in stride, joking that they wouldn't mind splitting rent with the ghost. Others, however, are far more creeped out, trying to unravel what the shadowy figure could actually be, whether a trick of the light or something more supernatural. Despite the buzz surrounding the video, Anthony has yet to comment on the sighting, leaving viewers to speculate on their own. So what do you think this is? Love to hear your thoughts and theories in the comments down below.
This house will run you a monthly rent of 12万円. This 4-bedroom home is in a wonderful location. 3-minute walk away from a supermarket.
An unsettling episode featured on the YouTube channel Fourth Wall explores the eerie paranormal activity surrounding an abandoned sewing machine factory in Japan, with a dark and tragic history. Years ago, the factory's president took his own life under mysterious circumstances, leaving the once bustling building to decay. As the story unfolds, viewers are guided through unsettling encounters and unexplained events captured by someone known only as videographer S, who has taken on the task of investigating the haunted site. The president's daughter, Noriko, initially tried to assist foreign employees after her father's passing, helping them find new jobs. However, the workers left abruptly, claiming they had been frightened away by the ghost of the president himself. Noriko recounts her own strange experiences while visiting the factory, including glimpses of something unusual during her visits. As videographer S captures footage within the factory, he begins to notice eerie phenomena. While on the 3rd floor, they capture this on camera. A shadowy figure can be seen walking up the stairs. However, when they look up the stairs, they find a locked door and no sign of anyone. The creepy thing is, the locked door heads to the roof, where the company's president allegedly took his own life by jumping off the roof. The videographer becomes increasingly uneasy, questioning whether it's the president's ghost haunting the factory, or if there might be another malevolent entity at play. Adding to the mystery, the factory's demolition was halted when one of the workers suffered an injury on site, prompting further speculation about a possible curse tied to the factory's troubled past. The episode leaves viewers with an unsettling sense of mystery as the haunting atmosphere of the abandoned factory continues to loom large. TikTok user Misty Rain sent us a brief yet eerie clip that's been making waves online. While walking through their local state park, Misty captured something that gave them serious chills. Take a look.
Nobody around.
Despite the absence of wind or anybody nearby, the swings continue to sway back and forth. Even after watching for some time, Misty noted that they didn't appear to slow down.
There's literally nobody here.
This bizarre movement has led many to wonder if the playground could be haunted. Could this be a playful spirit or simply an odd weather phenomenon? Either way, it's enough to make anyone look twice.
Nobody around.
Coming up in our last segment in just a few seconds, we take a look at some unsettling footage captured in a centuries-old farmhouse. But before we do, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be notified every time we drop our scary and creepy videos. On November 13, 2023, YouTuber Look to the Sky 00 experienced a hauntingly surreal encounter in the dead of night. At around 3:25 AM, as they sat in bed playing bingo on their laptop, they were interrupted by a strange sound drifting in through their open bedroom window. At first, the noise was faint, so they muted the TV to listen more closely. When the sound returned, they were startled to recognize what sounded like a horse's neigh echoing across their property, which has a history as an old horse farm but is now eerily vacant. Armed only with their cell phone, they recorded the sound, catching something far more chilling in the process. Take a look. It can be hard to see at first, but a white figure can be seen pacing up and down their driveway. The ghostly apparition appears to move along the sidewalk. Behind their car. And eventually towards the barn before disappearing altogether. Capturing both the strange horse sounds and the mysterious figure, the OP could see the translucent entity with their own eyes as well as through the camera's lens. According to the YouTuber, this isn't the first strange experience at their century-old farmhouse, which has a reputation for paranormal activity. But this incident is the first time they've managed to capture something on camera, leaving viewers fascinated and unnerved by the sight of an unknown figure pacing where horses once roamed. In the Chilean USO segment, we mentioned the infamous Shag Harbor incident. We took a deep dive on this fascinating case over on our second channel, Slapped Ham Mysteries. Here's a little snippet.
Named after a graceful bird, Shag Harbor is a fishing village of about 400 people at the southern tip of Nova Scotia. The town may seem quaint and quiet, but it's rich with myths and legends. Locals have long heard tales of ghost ships and sea serpents. Perhaps it's not so surprising then that Shag Harbor would be transformed by an eerie and unexplainable presence. It emerged not from the seas though, but from the skies. The night of Wednesday, October 4th, 1967 was clear and cold, and around 11 p.m. about a dozen people in or near Shag Harbor glimpsed a strange sight.
If you want to get the full story on this bizarre incident, we'll put some links to the episode in the description box down below.
¿Dónde se come el mejor kebab? En casa, claro. El doner kebab más delicioso en casa. Calentar y
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. So today we got something a little bit special. It's some bonus content for the week. It's a massive compilation of some of the scariest YouTube videos we've ever seen. So sit back, relax and enjoy. Nothing says terrifying like finding out that something ghoulish could be lurking around your house. However, that's exactly what happened to one of our viewers, J2001MG. This image was caught on a Wild Game Nation trail camera that was set up to watch a chicken coop. However, it seems that it might have also captured something rather chilling. When the security footage was inspected, they discovered some sort of horrific face staring back at them. It almost seems to blend in perfectly with the mesh from the chicken coop, with its dark hair and wide nose, and even looks as if it could be screaming in one of the photos. The viewer mentions that the chickens were up in their roost at the time, ruling them out of the equation. Plus, this picture had a date and timestamp that said May 12th, 2020, yet it showed up in the March 23rd set of pictures. While anytime a mysterious face-like shape shows up on camera, one automatically thinks it could be a case of pareidolia. However, given that there are chickens living inside the coop in this instance, there is certainly reason for concern. So what do you think's been captured in this creepy trail camera photo? Could it really be some sort of ghoulish creature? Love to get your opinions on this one in the comments section below. Posted to the YouTube channel Express News, this video follows a team of paranormal investigators as they explore a haunted house. While many of these ghost hunting programs set off in search of the supernatural, few can report having broadcast paranormal events live on TV. This seems to be the case here as the group miraculously manages to capture what could potentially be genuine ghost footage. As the video begins, the group is seen making their way through a creepy old building. For the most part, they're subjected to standard hints of possible paranormal activity, braving the possibility of getting up and close and personal with a spirit. The group appears to refuse to leave until they're able to confirm contact with a supernatural being. By the end of the video, it seems apparent that at least one of the investigators has chosen to stay overnight, setting himself up in a bed in the eerie house. A spirit then appears to take this as a clear invitation to make its presence known. At the 26-minute mark, their equipment begins to beep. A few seconds later, the door begins to open and close all by itself. Somehow, the man manages to calm his nerves and tries to get some more rest. As the man sleeps, his equipment begins to beep once more. Suddenly, something invisible appears to sit down on the bed alongside him. A clear indentation forms as the man is slowly awoken by the scary event. Watching the clip, it seems that this scenario would be very difficult to hoax, as there doesn't appear to be anything visible pressing down on the corner of the bed. Could it be possible that these paranormal investigators have finally gotten the proof that they were searching for after all? And what's more, it was broadcast on live television for all to see. This scary video, titled My Sister, first appeared on Raider Dog's YouTube channel in May 2001. It shows a woman in a wedding dress slowly approaching the camera with a very disconcerting smile. The video cuts and the woman is now wearing different clothes. Again, she approaches the camera with the same bizarre grin. The woman changes outfits once more. This time she holds her stomach as if she's pregnant. As she approaches the camera, she reaches for her face and removes a mask. The video then cuts to the woman in a kitchen eating various foods. First a slice of cake, then a banana. All the while, unsettling music can be heard playing in the background. She reaches for her face once again and begins stretching out her cheeks. The video then abruptly cuts, leaving the viewer wondering what on earth they've just watched. One of the strangest things about the video is that it was posted to a channel that almost exclusively releases gaming content. In 2017, YouTuber Nexpo released a video discussing his own theory about the My Sister video. He suggests that it might have been made in an attempt to lure subscribers to his gaming channel. However, the fact that there's so little information available about the video or its creator makes it seem even more unsettling. To watch the full My Sister video, there's a link in the description box below. Many people believe that animals are much more sensitive to spirits and other supernatural phenomena than humans are. Redditor Britain969 may have captured evidence of this on film when she decided to record a video of her adorable dog. The footage begins with the cute pup sitting on the floor looking straight into the camera. He isn't playing or doing much of anything. However, that changes a few seconds into the video. As the camera rolls, the dog suddenly flinches and steps abruptly to the side, almost as if someone had kicked or shoved him. The dog stares for a few seconds at the spot where the invisible kick originated, cowering away from the unseen attacker, with his head down and his tail between his legs, giving a wide berth to the area where the invisible attacker might have been. Viewers of the video on Reddit are truly perplexed. Many who are dog parents themselves state that the dog's reaction clearly indicates it's been kicked, poked, or shoved, even though no one appears in the video. Although no one was able to come up with another reasonable explanation for the dog's behaviour, viewers have unanimously expressed their hope that any resident spirit will start being nicer to the innocent pooch. This eerie video was uploaded to Ghost Guy Go's YouTube channel on the 16th of September 2018. The footage, which is reportedly taken from a live feed captured during Hurricane Florence, appears to show a ghostly figure walking across a pier. Some have speculated that the figure might actually be the infamous Grey Man of Pawleys Island, a ghost that is often seen in the area just before a severe storm. Local legend says that the Grey Man is the ghost of a young man who died whilst travelling from Charleston in South Carolina to see his fiancée. As he approached the marshes near Pawleys Island, his horse became stuck in the quicksand-like mud and he was unable to escape. However, no one is certain of the man's identity. Some think that it may even be Percival Pawley, the man who the island is named after. Others think it might even have been the famous pirate Blackbeard. Over the years, many locals have credited the Grey Man with saving their homes during severe storms. In 1989, Pawleys Island residents, their house was untouched by the storm even though their neighbours' houses were heavily damaged. Could this footage prove that the Grey Man of Pawleys Island actually exists? If so, was he attempting to warn locals of the impending danger of Hurricane Florence? Children's toys aren't usually that creepy, but there's something about realistic looking dolls that gives many people the creeps. If you weren't scared of dolls before, this video may be the start of a new phobia. In this video, we watch as the cat in terror. It isn't unusual for dolls to have eyes that open and close, but usually the doll needs to be tilted for the eyes to close. The doll in this video was never touched when its eyes began to move. No one seems to be able to explain the doll's terrifying movements, but this video is enough to give anyone a healthy fear of children's toys. Our lips definitely aren't sealed about how confused we are about this weird piece of footage, shared by TikTok user Egg the Hamster in June of 2019. Most of us know TikTok as a platform where people share fun dances and quirky uploads. However, some pretty weird stuff does pop up on the platform from time to time. This is one of those times. The young woman in the clip is holding what appears to be an ordinary tube of piss. However, what we actually see looks more like a beauty product from a science fiction film.
Don't do that. What is it doing? What is this?
The gloss on the applicator appears to defy gravity as the young woman in the video moves it around.
What is it doing? What is this?
If you slow the footage down, the gloss actually drips upward at one point. It's unclear if the video's been altered in any way. However, the girl demonstrating the anti-gravity effects of her lip gloss appears to be just as confused as the rest of us. The lip gloss seen in the video appears to be part of the High Gloss collection belonging to the Kylie Cosmetics line by Kylie Jenner. Some theories have suggested that the friction caused by rubbing the applicator in and out of the bottle may cause the strange effect somehow, as there are a number of videos showing similar outcomes. So what do you think's causing high gravity? Love to hear your thoughts on this strange video in the comments section below.
What is it doing? What is this?
This scary video comes from Escape Paranormal. It opens with a stereotypical warehouse scene. An empty hallway greets the viewer as they're led deeper and deeper into the warehouse. While you instantly get vibes that something eerie is about to happen, you're left wondering when exactly. Almost every single corner taken in this video causes the viewer to jump. The intense build-up adds to the suspense as we follow the person filming through the warehouse. After walking through a small doorway, one of the final things we see towards the end of the video is a series of storage lockers that are painted white. Without any warning, the door on the right flings open. It's a violent burst of activity in an otherwise quiet storage room. The incident scares the security guard enough that they begin to sprint out of the area as quickly as they can. As many urban explorers are probably well aware, it's often the lead up to an unexpected event that proves to be the scariest part of any investigation. Was this security guard witness to paranormal activity? The answer is unclear. However, one thing's for sure, they'll certainly think twice before returning to this chilling location. This footage was captured by a man who had recently moved into a new house. He mounted a GoPro on a drone and decided to fly it around to explore the area. As it passes by some old ruins, the man spots a strange figure in the nearby trees. As the drone flies close, her husband with a younger woman, surrounding them. Once she realized it was children. If you hear her cries, you should immediately run in the opposite direction, as it's believed that they can bring misfortune or even death.